Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So today we are going to make out a secure password project. So into the Python programming language, we are going to make out a project and that is secure your password. So today I'll be letting you know in a very simple way that how you can secure your password. Now, secure your password doesn't mean that I'm going to put on some security lock or anything like that. No, nothing like that I'm going to do out. I'm going to simply let you know that how could you transform out your easy password into I could say into a difficult password so that a particular hacker can't hack your passwords. Okay, and as we all know, that only alphabets are the most easiest passwords to hack out for a hacker. Then we have a combination of numbers and alphabets. So numbers and alphabets are little like little you could say difficult, but cracking out the symbols, cracking out the special characters password is a little bit of, I could not say little bit, I would say a lot of difficult task to crack out. I hope you all are very much familiar with this particular data as well. Once the data was as well launched out, into that it was also mentioned upon the percentage and how much time and how much years does a hacker takes to hack out a password which is consisting of different special symbols. So the highest was for the special symbols. Okay. So today I'm going to tell you that how you can make out a very simple password with the help of a special characters as well, so that no one can't hack out your passwords. So let's get started up here. As I mentioned, this would be a very simple project, so I'm not going to use out any library or anything like that. No, nothing like that I'm going to use out. Simply for making out this particular project, you shall have out a basic knowledge of Python programming. Only the basic I'm asking, not the advanced, nothing like that. Okay. No modules, no libraries, nothing is completely required. Simply you need to know how to declare out the variables, you need to use out the functions, that how to make out the functions, and to use out the for loops and the main function. This is all for this particular project that we're going to do today. Okay, so let's get started up here. Okay, I'll be starting up from this particular place and let me start on writing here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make out a variable. Okay, let's say that will be secure. Okay, and into that now, inside this, let's say you are having some alphabets into your password. Okay, now you can want to convert out those alphabets password into a special symbol password so that it can't be hacked out easily, right? Let's say you just want to do out this particular thing. So what you are going to do is that, let's say I just wrote out I here in the starting. Okay, putting out a comma, and inside that single inverted commas I'm going to put on the exclamation mark. Now this I and this exclamation mark, these look alike each other, right? These completely look alike each other. Capital I and this exclamation mark, right? So that is the reason I just put on. I separated by a comma. Let's say for A I'm going to put on the at the rate sign, right? Putting out a comma. Now let's, okay, 1 second, comma. Now let's say for H, right here for H, let's say I'm going to put on the hash. Okay, where's that dot com came from? Let's say like this. Right, and 1 second. Let me just give me 1 second right here. Okay. Right here. Fine. Separated again by a comma out here. Let's say now what we are having. Let me put on the bracket like this. Let's say for P we have, let's say, percent. Okay, and that's so in the inverted commas, right? Great. Let's say these are all the let's say I just take a simple example. I just transformed I to exclamation mark, A to at the rate, H to hash, and P to percent sign. Fine. Now I'm gonna make out a function here, that's div, and here goes pass underscore secure, my function. Okay. Inside the bracket I'm going to pass on one parameter, that is gen. We'll be seeing forward that what is this parameter, what is it going to store out. Okay, so I applied out my for loop here for m comma n in, and here we have secure for m comma n in secure. Fine. Come to the new line. Okay, great. Okay, brackets won't be put on here, let me remove them out. Fine. for m comma n in secure. Now what are m and n? So into this particular tuples which we have defined out, the very first character is m and the second character is n. Okay, so the very first character is m and the second character is n. This is what m and n are actually belonging to. Fine. Great. Let me just go down now at a new place, and here I applied out the gen parameter, that gen variable that we have passed inside the function. Okay, that I have applied out. Gen is equal to here gen dot replace and putting on the bracket like m comma n. So what it is gonna do? It is gonna replace out the m, that is your I, A, H and P with the n, that are your exclamation mark, at the rate, hash and percent sign. Okay, this is how this particular transformation takes place, and this is how we just replace out the different words or different variables. You could just mention it out. Okay, coming down, and here coming out of this for loop, I'm going to return out here is gen. Fine. So gen is basically a, you could say, a parameter, or you could call it as an argument, whatever you wish out you can. So with the help of that only we are returning the replace password which we have got out here, right? Okay, so till now I just made out a first of all I just declared out a variable, and onto that particular variable I simply passed on the characters, that is the alphabets, and gave out a symbol to those alphabets or characters, whatever you say out, right? Then I have passed underscore secure as my function name. Okay, made that out, and inside the bracket as an argument I passed on a variable which is gen, gen. Fine. Then applied out my for loop that for m comma n in secure. Secure is basically the variable above in which we have defined out the tuple inside a tuple, right? So inside that I came inside this for loop and wrote gen is equal to gen dot replace, and into the bracket I mentioned m comma n. Okay, and at last I returned out here as gen. Fine, hope I am clear with that. Next I'm going to declare out a main function. So if underscore underscore name is equal to underscore underscore main, right? So here we have defined on the main function. Now like what is it used for actually? Let's say you are using out one of the program. Let's say you have made out a file and you are using that out. Into that you wrote out your program. Okay, you defined out some functions onto that particular file. Now let's say the same file you want to use onto any other you would just want to say use out the same function which you have declared in this particular file onto other file. So what you could do, you could simply import out this particular file in which your function is defined onto the other file. You could just simply import that out, right? You could just simply import those things, right? Now as soon as you have imported out those particular things, so what is going to happen out? In that case, whatever the functions you have written out, all of them will be called onto the other file. Okay, what are the functions you have written out? All of those functions are being or I would say will be called onto the other file. But what you wanted out? You wanted out only one single function to be called, whatever is your requirement, right? You don't want all of the functions to come and get out a call for you. That's the reason whenever we just use out whenever we have to do out something like that, so we call all of the functions inside the main function. So main function basically restricts out the access of the function. Now whatever the function name you write out onto the other file, only and only that will be called, not all the functions. Okay, so hope I am clear with this, that what is this used for. Now I'm gonna take as gen is equal to okay, here goes simple input function, and inside that I'm gonna write out that enter the password, enter the password which you want to secure. Enter the password which you want to secure, right? So one more thing to notice out here, that why I haven't given any particular data type before the input function. Why? Because what do I want? I want my this particular whatever I'm just getting out as an input from the user, I want that to be in the string format. And we know that in Python programming, if we are not, and we know that in the Python programming, if we are not declaring out any data type in the starting of the input function, so it automatically takes that into the string format. This is a rule in Python, right? So the same thing I have done out here. I haven't declared out str in the starting. So that is why it will automatically take out this particular sentence in the string format. Okay. Now coming down. Here we have gen is equal to pass underscore secure as a function. Okay. And inside that we have a parameter that is gen. Okay. Gen. Fine. So gen is equal to pass underscore secure. In the bracket we have gen. So here I just called out the above function, that is pass underscore. Okay, pass underscore secure. And at last I just wanted to print out a statement. Now here I'll be using out the if strings. What are the if strings? Okay, let's say you are having out a case that you have some values stored onto a variable. Okay, now you want that for values to be declared in between of your print statement, in between of your output with the values. Okay, so instead of using out the format function, you could use out the if strings. So if strings allow you to put on and they allow you to embed out the variable values in between of your sentences. You could do out this particular thing very easily. Okay, so here I'm going to use out if string, and here it goes as secured form of your password is, and brackets here we have gen, that is my parameter, that is we have just used out here. Okay, this one. Okay, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take you once above. I will explain you the whole program and then we'll be running out that project. Okay, yes. So what I have done is, first of all, I have firstly taken out a variable that is secure. Into that I have decided, okay, into that I have put on the variable, into this particular variable I have declared out a tuple inside a tuple. So what is that particular tuple inside the tuple is containing? So that is containing out the real character and the secured character for that particular variable, for that particular alphabet or character, whatever you just say out. Okay, next we have pass underscore secure as a function, and into the bracket we have pass on as gen. Okay, now for m comma n in secure, m and n are basically two iterators, you could say, which I have taken, and that are referring to the variable that is secure. Now in the secure, what are we having? In secure we are having the characters, that is the alphabets, and the symbols for those particular characters. Right, inside out this particular for loop I had used on the replace function, that is for m comma n, and that is particularly needing and replacing out the values of m, that is replacing out the values of m with the n. M is I and n is the exclamation mark. M is A and the I and the n is the at the rate. Right? This is how it is going on. Okay. And at last, returning out the gen. Return gen means that gen is basically the variable, and with that only it is returning me the output. Fine. Then my main function has been written up. That is, my main function has been called up here. Then we are having again that variable, and into that we have taken out the input from the user, that what password you want to secure. Just input out your password, that particular password here. Okay. Then we have gen is equal to pass underscore secure in the bracket gen. So here I called out my function with the argument which I had passed on. Okay. And at last I'm going to print out a if string, and that will be securing out the my secure form of my password. Okay, that will be storing out. Fine. Now let's do out one single thing. Let's run out our program. So okay, now it is asking me that what password I want to secure out. So let's say I wrote out my password as Python. See what it gave me as an output. It gave me some symbols here and some of the characters which do not have a specific symbol, so it replaced me that out. Let me show you one another thing here. Let's say I do the same thing for O as well, okay? That O will be, one second, that O will be replaced by 0. Now if I run it out, let's say I again put on the same password with that I had put on, which is, let's say my password is Python. See here now, what is my secure password form? %yth hash o hash 0n. Right now, you could set on the passwords according to your choice, accordingly which I have mentioned out. This is the way how you do out. Now whatever the alphabets you want to put, whatever symbol, whatever the alphabets you want to replace, whatever you want to do, it's totally upon you. I have told you a correct way, a complete way, that how you will be able to do out all of these things. Now further it depends on you, that how you want to proceed on with this particular things, right? Hope I am very much clear with this particular thing regarding that how you can change out your simple passwords into a difficult passwords, right? So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.